Study
and play
come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get
the best
of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
What Up is interview style. We talk about movies and stuff. In this case, not at all. Iris, you ready for this?
Go.
So you've been taking my calls more in recent years. You are generally avoidant of talking to me, or you had been. But because of our podcast, sometimes you know that it's business that I'm calling about. And other times, because I've been trying to limit it to stuff that is really important or really stuff that's really interesting. That's subjective.
You call when it's business related, important, or interesting.
Yes.
And how many impulses do you check not to call?
Irrelevant. Irregardlessly. I would like to talk today about a recent concern. I think it's recent for you that you have developed that I want to make sure doesn't blossom into a crippling anxiety, like someone we know who might get to a place where you're incapable of handling some of the inevitabilities of life. And that's mortality.
Wait, what? Oh.
You're going to die, and people are going to die. And indeed, people have died.
I've always had morbid thoughts, but I have to say that they've increased recently. But the reason that they've increased, I think, is explainable. 1, midlife crisis. 2, recent mortalities in our life. 3, powers of darkness. I mean, I was steeped in themes of mortality, immortality. And then lastly, I would say there are people in my life who don't want to discuss the concept of death. Even just this morning, I was talking on the phone about airbag deployment. I was explaining to the girls how and why and when airbags deploy in the car. And Brian on the phone was like, "Leah, let's not talk about that." And I'm like, we're just talking about car mechanics. Like, I'm not talking about death. And I think it's important to face it. I think to deny it and to pretend it doesn't exist or to avoid the conversation is actually more weird than to talk about it. Now, dwelling on it, as I tend to do, dwelling on it in a way that keeps me up at night, probably not the healthiest alternative, but I don't think it's healthy to avoid it.
Okay, but it's noticeable. Like, powers of darkness is interesting. I hadn't considered that you've been steeped in death or undeath, as it were. But was there any percentage of this that is health-related specifically to your health, which may be considered a morbidity?
Yeah, I think I would include that in the overall, like, there's been deaths in our life. Notably, I'm speaking about Dad, but before that, we've experienced some big deaths. But of course, yes, I would lump in my own health crisis into that category, for sure.
So there's no underlying, as yet unrevealed circumstance which is speeding you towards an early grave that you haven't disclosed to the family.
Oh, is that what this is about? Why do you think I'm so secretive?
If you're so bunged up that you can't talk about conceptually the last meal you would like to enjoy, knowing that it's your last meal, I was like, that's a little bit too close to someone who that we know who can't talk about death, because when death will happen, and it will happen to us and to other people we know again, that you're equipped. And I wanted to ask about your health. I wanted to ask about motherhood.
Well, of course, and motherhood makes me think about it a lot too. And the idea of missing any part of the girl's life is just completely devastating. But I think the last meals thing has more to do with, like, just the finality of it. But we could only be so lucky as to be able to plan for our last meal. But also, I'm the kind of person who, if I was offered to take a pill and be nutritionally satisfied, I would do it every day. I don't care about food like you care about food.
See, I disagree, because I don't care about food as much as other people I know. Where you want to eat, I don't care. Food is food. And if you were dead, I would eat hot dogs and macaroni every day, or something like that. The idea is that, yeah, there's fun in being able to choose your last meal, because honestly, I hope I don't. I hope I don't get to say, this is my last meal, and I acknowledge that because I'll be dead soon. I'm really hoping to go out in a cloud of red mist.
You've referenced this multiple times in previous Or Whatever Movies discussions. The cloud of redness specifically refers to, it's not Blade. Is it Blade?
No. I guess if there was a comparable movie analogy, it would be The Hurt Locker, which we never covered.
Oh.
Something with bombs where you're there 1 second and the next second you are not.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, as long as it's gotta happen. But I was really afraid. I had nightmares and I was kept up at night worrying about Dad's mortality. And then we lost him, and that it's terrible and it's not fun, but I got around it enough to be able to focus, to function. And that's something that's kind of surprising. I just wanted to make sure that there were no weird revelations or whatever, and that you were perfectly capable of conceptualizing the idea of death and could talk about it, because there's like suffering or pain or violence or whatever, and then there's death, and then there's sex, and maybe family drama. And so each one of those elements comprises at least 25% of what we talk about any given movie, right?
Yeah, dude. That's the stuff of life. I think about it. Do I dwell on it maybe more than I should? Yes. Does it consume me? No. Is there something secretly going on? No. Thanks for playing.
Okay, I love you. See you later. Not goodbye.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Electric acid.